This is an estimate for a house in a duplex. I poured the $30 million you had saved up into this place. Huh. Did you spend that money? You should be thankful. We put it to good use, and it's your fault for hiding it. Did you check whose name is on the passbook? My name is Amelia. I'm a 35-year-old office worker. I've been married to Liam for 2 years. We met at a group date, and he aggressively pursued me, starting our relationship. After a year of steady dating, he proposed to me and we got married. Initially, Liam was very kind, and I thought I married a good man. But after a year of marriage, his attitude changed. Initially, he agreed to share household chores, and he did cleaning and laundry. Since he said he was bad at cooking, I took care of it. We balanced household chores like that. But Liam started saying he was tired more often, and the pace of chores slowed down. Gradually, he stopped doing the chores assigned to him. Since I work too, I can't manage cleaning and laundry every day. So, we ended up doing it all on weekends. He had promised to do a house chore, but when I asked him to do a little, he refused. I earn more, so my household chores should be reduced. He stubbornly stopped doing chores. Since then, Liam became dominant and tried to have his way in everything. My mental health deteriorated due to my husband's selfish behavior. And besides my husband, there's someone else who troubles me. That's my mill. My mill always shows up unannounced, timing her visits right when I get home. Cooking isn't done, and the room's a mess when she comes over, which is really annoying. She wanders around the house, berating me. What's this mess? How much do you slack off? I can't believe you let Liam live in such a dirty room. You're unfit as a wife. I'm tired from work, yet constantly criticized by my mill is really tough. No, cleaning and laundry are Liam's duties. Even when I explain, she won't listen. What are you saying? He works. Housework isn't for him. No, I work too. Not like you, who work just for fun. Liam is working hard and sweating under the rough and tumble of society. I work hard too. No matter what I say, she won't listen. She's not someone I can have a decent conversation with. More importantly, what are you making today? Liam needs nutritious food. Fried chicken, salad, and miso soup. Not enough. Huh. That's not enough. Make 2 more dishes. Even if you say that, after working, I can't make so much. Shut up. Don't talk back. What kind of education did your parents give you? I got angry and said something provocative. Isn't it too rude to come over unannounced? Didn't you learn manners from your parents? Then Liam's mother widened her eyes and started yelling. Huh. Who do you think you are? You're just a DIL, don't get cheeky with me. Right at that moment, Liam returned home. I'm back. Oh, Mom, are you here? Welcome back, Liam. Listen, can you believe what Amelia said to me? She really hurt my feelings. Liam's mother said, pretending to cry. Liam took his mother's words at face value and glared at me. Hey, what's going on, Amelia? It's despicable to hurt Mom like that. Wait a minute. I was the one who was hurt first, you know, so I just replied a little. Then Liam's mother put on a fake cry and acted meek. I didn't say anything. I just wanted to give Amelia some advice on housework, but it seems like she got upset out of the blue. What? Amelia, what kind of person are you? Hold on, are you just taking her word for it? Mom wouldn't lie. It's cowardly to bully my mom behind my back. I never thought you'd be that kind of woman. My husband was completely on my mill's side and did not listen to me at all. As punishment, you're skipping dinner tonight. Serve Mom the dinner over there. Huh, wait. Understand. Go to your room or go outside. Mom doesn't want to be with you. Liam said, forcing me to leave. Beating my tired body, I made dinner, but why do I have to endure this treatment? Feeling very sad, I decided to go to a family restaurant near my house to eat and kill some time. I didn't want to see my mill, so I killed time for about 2 hours and went home late at night. I was relieved that my mill was already home, but my husband whined a lot about it. I haven't forgiven you yet. Mom was really shocked. She had come to check on us. Hearing that, I thought it best not to argue with my husband and just made a superficial apology. My husband seemed pleased to have made me obey. Since then, my Mill has been dropping by unannounced and criticizing my housework. Then, when my husband comes home, she says things like, "I want to eat with Liam alone," and sends me out, or conversely, they go out to eat together without touching the food I have cooked. My husband always takes my Mill's side, and even though I haven't done anything wrong, she keeps nagging at me. It's become a cycle where my husband scolds me because of her. Feeling mentally exhausted from her relentless behavior, I consulted my Phil. He seemed genuinely apologetic, saying he hadn't realized how frequently my Mill was visiting us. "I'm really sorry. She always said she was going out to eat with friends, so I didn't notice." "That's okay. It's not your fault, Phil." She said, "It's hard to keep up with friends, so I was giving her money to eat, but she didn't accept it." I had no idea. "I see. I'm really sorry." My Phil repeatedly apologized to me. He promised to talk firmly to my Mill, so I felt relieved. But just then, my Mill came over again, complaining to me. "You're really mean. How dare you tell on my husband? I only went to check on you and Liam. It's really sad," she said angrily. But I couldn't take it anymore. "Mill, I heard that every time you came to our house, you received money from Phil. He gave it to you to pay for your meals, but why isn't that money going to us? Could it be that you pocketed all the money Phil gave you?" What are you talking about? Don't say such rude things. I always treat Liam when we go out to eat. But Phil said he gave it to you every time. We've had meals together at home quite a few times, right? If he knew you were keeping most of it, what would he think? You're a terrible wife. Are you trying to make me suffer? I'm the one suffering here. Please don't come over so often. Shut up. I'm just going to my son's house. It's not like I'm coming to see you," she said, then plopped down on the sofa. "I don't want to see your face. I'll be here until Liam comes back, so go somewhere else." I was completely fed up. So, I retreated to my room because I didn't want to see my Mill's face either. Later, when my husband came back, he and my Mill started chatting happily in the living room. Not wanting to hear their complaints, I slipped out to a diner while they were talking. I returned home after about 3 hours. My husband was already asleep, and my Mill was gone, so it was quiet and peaceful. I went back to my room, feeling a sense of relief. At that moment, I felt something was off. I wondered what it was, so I opened the closet and found that my favorite designer bag was missing. I was sure it was my Mill's doing. Taking advantage of my absence, she must have come into my room and stolen it. Unbelievable. I immediately consulted my Phil. He was speechless. I can't believe she went as far as stealing. At first, my Phil didn't fully believe me, but when I sent him a photo of the bag I bought in the past and gave him the serial number I had kept for some reason, he said he would investigate while my Mill was out. "Emilia, I'm really sorry for my foolish wife." My Phil apologized, and we met at a cafe where he returned the bag. He apologized to me multiple times. Liam are beyond redemption. I want to teach them a lesson. After saying that, it seemed like my Phil had an idea. I was surprised to hear the strategy from my Phil. Will it really work? Later on, I decided to execute my Phil's plan. As usual, Mill came over to our house. Mill suddenly stared at me and said, "You're not stealing anything, are you?" "What do you mean?" "My bag was stolen." "Come on, that bag was originally mine." "That's unfortunate. I suspect you." "Why would you think that?" "Humph. You don't seem to have received proper education." "Is that so? Shall I report it to the police?" "Huh. And no, you don't have to go that far." Apparently, Mill didn't want the police involved because she didn't want to get caught stealing. But she'll probably come back to ransack my room again. That's our chance. Later, when my husband came back, I purposely went out. I've already moved all the valuable items and my favorite things to my parents' house. I've already talked to my parents and decided to prepare for divorce. So, except for the bare essentials for daily use, there's nothing valuable in the room. Except for one thing. I intentionally came back home earlier than usual. Mill was just about to leave. Both Mill and husband were grinning. Seeing their expressions, I realized they had fallen into the trap. It seemed like FIL's plan was going to succeed, and Mill came over again on the weekend. I'd been holed up in my room because I don't want to get involved, but I was summoned by Mill and husband. Both of them had triumphant looks on their faces. I never expected you to hoard so much money. What are you talking about? Stop playing dumb. You think you can get away with it. We're talking about the money in the bank book. Really, Amelia, you're so sneaky. I used it for the family, you know. Huh? What do you mean? While laughing, my husband and Mill started laying out an estimate on the table. This is an estimate for a house in a duplex. Huh? We poured your $30 million savings into this, LOL. Huh? Wait a minute. Did you already spend that money? Be grateful. We put it to good use. Why would you do something so selfish? It's your fault for hiding it. I bought it in a lump sum with my $5 million in savings. In that way, there's no interest on it. I can't believe it. Deciding something so important on your own. Huh? You don't have the right to give your opinion or make decisions. That's right. From now on, you'll be our maid, doing all the chores, LOL. You can run away if you want, but don't forget that I bought most of it with your money, so you can't just hand over $30 million and leave on your own, can you? Laughing hysterically, my husband and Mill. Disgusting. To think I married such awful people. Somewhere in my heart, I hoped my husband was just being manipulated by my mother-in-law and was actually a good person. But it seems not. Now I have no regrets. I took out the divorce papers I had stored away and handed them to my husband. Divorce me. My husband and Mill were shocked. Are you serious? You'll lose big time. Too bad, but I'm not losing anything. Huh? Did you even check whose name is on the bank book? Huh? When I said that, my husband hastily checked the bank book's name. Then, he and my Mill exchanged glances, both surprised. What's going on? Why is this in my name? My Mill shouted. Hey! What's the meaning of this, Amelia? Did you steal Mom's bank book? Don't say such awful things. I was just keeping it safe for Dad. Even though I said that, my husband and Mill didn't believe me. Don't joke around. There's no way that's true. That's right, this thief. We'll report you to the police. Once they realized they were losing out, they changed their attitude. Their level of civility is just too low. You can talk to the police if you want. I'll also submit the security camera footage of planted in my room. It shows the two of you breaking into the safe in my room and taking out the contents. When I said that, my husband and mother-in-law turned pale. But you'll also be charged for stealing Mom's bank book, won't you? That's right, you're going down with us. As they shouted, my Phil arrived. Actually, I had informed him when my husband called me to the living room. Dad, listen. Amelia stole Mom's bank book. This woman is a thief. Shut up. Both of you be quiet. My husband and mother-in-law were surprised and frozen in place by my father-in-law's angry voice. I had entrusted Amelia with your bank book. Why would you do that? Because you and Liam were causing trouble and distressing Amelia. Not only were you bullying her, but stealing her purse is just embarrassing. Huh? What are you talking about? No point in playing dumb. I returned that bag to Amelia. That's. My Mill was shocked to realize that my Phil knew everything. So, why did you entrust that bank book to Amelia? He's the kind who'd steal his wife's bag without a second thought. I knew he'd definitely try to open the safe if I put it there. It was a trap I set to test you guys, but I never expected you'd go as far as building a whole house with it. My Phil looked utterly disgusted. I transferred the $30 million because I decided to divorce you. I thought you might misunderstand and spend it recklessly, so I wanted it safe until the procedures were complete. Mill's face turns pale at FIL's words. What? Divorce? I've had enough. You have gone too far. Now you can live alone as you like. Wait. So, does that mean I've spent all the money from the property settlement? That's the way it's going to be. But you got what you deserved. I've taken a fair share of the property. I won't give you a penny more. That's. What am I supposed to do if I'm left with nothing after the divorce? You have a house, don't you? That should be enough. Despite Mill's pleading, Phil coldly hands her the divorce papers. Watching in shock, my husband opens his mouth. I hand him the divorce papers. Why are you hesitating? Fill it out quickly. Huh? Are we really getting divorced? Of course. And there are still things I'm going to claim from you. Huh? I have been recording all the abusive things you and your mom have been saying to me. I consulted a lawyer, and he said I could get alimony for moral harassment. I also know about your affair. Huh? We've received evidence photos from a private investigator. So, you'll also be paying damages for infidelity. According to the lawyer, I can claim around $5 million from you. What? Hold on a minute. I already spent $5 million to buy the house. You can pay in installments. That's how it'll be. That's my money. And so, the divorce with my husband was finalized smoothly. Thanks to the lawyer, I received the damages as well. It seems Phil was able to divorce Mill. My husband and Mill mistakenly thought they used my money to build a house, so they ended up losing all their savings. Even though they bought a house, they can't sell it because its value has dropped by about half, so they are unable to sell it at a significant loss. Mill is still not old enough to receive a pension, and my ex-husband was demoted and transferred to a rural area due to his affair being exposed at work. Despite finally bought a house, Liam got demoted and now lives in cheap company housing in the countryside, while paying alimony. Ex-Mill has a nice house but works part-time to cover expenses, living a modest life. On the other hand, I have money that I have been saving steadily since I was single, so I am able to live quite comfortably. Since love can wait, I plan to keep saving, maybe start investing to build wealth.